Hi everybody, my name is Rick. Welcome to my Idaho cabin. I sure wish I had smell-o-vision on this video this morning because the cabin smells delicious. Today I'm going to do chicken enchiladas, and tonight we're having the chicken enchiladas, Spanish rice, and refried beans. So I'm going to do a video today on making the enchiladas and making Spanish rice, but I'm going to make it into two videos. So today's video is going to be nothing but chicken enchiladas, and you might consider them easy chicken enchiladas because I'm not going to go through all the trouble of making the enchilada sauce and with the guajillo chilies and all that other stuff. I'm just going to use canned chili sauce, and I know, don't write horrors, canned chili sauce. Actually, it's pretty good. It's not as good as the real stuff, but it certainly is a lot easier, especially if you're not familiar with how to make your own real chili sauce, or enchilada sauce. So today we're just going to use canned stuff, and but I assure you it's going to be delicious. These are the same enchiladas that I made for my then girlfriend down in Mexico and her daughter. And Lucia's daughter couldn't believe that this gringo was making Mexican food. I think I told you this story, but anyway, after she took a couple of bites of mine, she turned to her mother and said, "Mom, these are a lot better than yours." So anyway, they work, and they have Mexican daughter's approval. So I hope you enjoy this, and make them for yourself. They're not that difficult to make, and they really taste good. So here we go. Before we get into the actual making of the chicken enchiladas, I wanted to tell you one thing about the reason why I like this particular dish and this particular method is because you get a lot of bang for your buck. First of all, you take, I prefer chicken thighs, and I'm boiling them, simmering them in some water, seasoned water. I have onions, carrots, celery, etc. in the pot. So that will simmer for a couple of hours until the chicken gets done. Then I'll pull the chicken out and strain the liquid into another pot, and then I'll put that pot in the refrigerator overnight. And doing that, the fat that's in the broth will come to the surface, and you can skim it off real easily. It hardens. And I'm assuming that you could use that if you really wanted to. If you know any Jewish friends, they can use that to make schmaltz, because that's what schmaltz is chicken fat. Now, I don't know whether doing that makes it usable, but it's a possibility. I haven't looked into that. I usually toss it. But after you refrigerate it and remove the fat, the broth is now fat-free, or low-fat, so to speak. And I'll put that in mason jars and pressure can that, and now I have chicken broth. So instead of going down to the store and buying a bunch of chicken broth, I make it. So that's usable. That goes into the pantry, and that goes into my stores. Then I'll take the chicken out and shred it, and toss the bones and skin and that sort of stuff, and then I'll shred the chicken to be used with the enchiladas. Usually I make more chicken than I need for the enchiladas that I'm making, so I can take the excess shredded chicken, vacuum seal it, and freeze it. And so the next time I want to make enchiladas, I have shredded chicken, or if I want to combine the shredded chicken back with the broth, I have soup. So it's a great way to make 3 or 4 meals out of just one sitting. So anyway, that's what I do. So here we go. I'll start to show you how to make the enchiladas. For the enchilada dish, I got a package of 6 chicken thighs that weighed about 3 pounds. So now they're cooked, and here is the broth, and I'm going to pour it into here and strain it, get all the veggies and stuff out. And once I do that, then I will put it in the refrigerator overnight and let the fat come to the surface and congeal. Then I'll remove the fat and add some chicken base to it to fortify it just a little bit, and then I'll pressure can it. So there's the drained there's the broth. So I'll let that congeal overnight, and then we'll pressure can it. Okay, I've cubed up the chicken in pretty large chunks, as you can see. But I don't like to get them too small. Got to have a nice bite of chicken in this deal. Okay, so to the chicken, we're going to add some Monterey Jack cheese and some cheddar cheese, sharp cheddar cheese. Okay, then we add some cumin, some oregano, salt and pepper, the juice of 1 limon, which is a key lime, just a lime, and then 3 diced chilies. So that's 3 fire roasted diced chilies, a medium onion diced, and then we'll mix this up. In this other bowl over here, I've creamed together the sour cream and cream cheese. And as soon as we get this mixed up here, we'll add that to the chicken, and that will be the filling for the enchiladas. And Smokey's making noises over there. I gave him a banana that I'd hoped he would eat so he would be quiet, but he has to get his 2 cents worth in. Anyway, okay, now we'll add the cream cheese and sour cream mixture. See if I can get this where you guys can see it. We'll get this all nicely mixed up, and then we'll get ready to fill the corn tortillas. Okay, we'll mix this up. These are way different from the way that Lucia makes her enchiladas. She makes them flat, kind of like a flat taco, but these are rolled up, probably more what you guys are used to. And then it's covered with the red sauce, cheese, and baked in an oven. And I tell you, they are good. Anyway, that's the filling, and so we'll put this aside for right now, and we'll get the tortillas and the enchilada sauce ready to go. One of the first things we have to do is to heat the tortillas. Now, these are 8-inch corn tortillas. And normally, in a Mexican household, here's how you would heat the tortillas. This is a comal. It's a flat cast iron, sometimes they're steel, skillet, thin, low skillet, or sometimes they're just plain flat. So, this will go on the stove. You'll heat it up, and then put 2 tortillas down there. And then when that gets hot, turn it over like that, and then flip the top one over like that. And then when the bottom gets hot, you flip it over like that and flip the top one again. And pretty soon, both tortillas are fully heated. However, I'm not going to do that. I have discovered a really nice little gadget. Right here. You can find these on Amazon. I think they're about 14 bucks. I use it all the time. On the back are the instructions. All you do is put your tortillas in this, and these are 10 tortillas. So I'm going to put them inside, and for 10 tortillas, 45 seconds in the microwave, and they're all heated up and ready to go. And this will keep them warm. You put this on the table, and this will keep the tortillas warm for a half hour, 45 minutes. Greatest invention since sliced bread. I'll put the link down in the bottom where you can find these things. I get no commission off of it. I'm just giving you a good hint. If you have Mexican food and tortillas every once in a while, you need this little gadget. Well, I've heated the enchilada sauce, and now we're going to start to make the enchiladas. Now remember, you can use canned enchilada sauce. The enchilada police aren't going to come and arrest you if you don't make it yourself. So the first thing is we're going to put a scoop in the pan. That'll kind of prevent things from sticking and that sort of stuff. Roll that around in there. Okay, now we're ready to go. The tortillas have been put in this thing. They are nice and warm and nice and pliable. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them in the sauce just to get them wet. And then we're going to put about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of the filling in here. Just roll it around and form it into kind of a tube type of thing, and put it right in the middle of the tortilla like that, and roll it up, and then set it seam side down in the pan. So we'll do another one here, and I'll show you that, and again, and then we'll, ouch, that is hot. Then we're going to cut away while I continue this with the rest of them. You don't need to see all of that. You got better things to do, like drink coffee maybe or something, or a beer. There's lots of things to do with while this coronavirus thing is going on. So anyway, just roll it up like that, slide it next to the other one, and when you fill the pan up, and then we'll put a couple long ways this way, then we'll be ready to top it with cheese and green onions and put them in the oven. So I'll be back when this is full. Okay, I got 9 enchiladas in the pan. Now I'm going to put a little of the sauce over the top. And then we'll set this one aside. And I have a second pan, and we'll make those. So I'll be back when this one's filled. Okay, there are the 2 pans. I think I got short of a tortilla because there's 19 total. There's supposed to be 10 in each package. So I don't know where the other one went. Maybe Smokey ate it. Who knows? Anyway, so now the tortillas or the enchiladas are all rolled up. I poured the remaining enchilada sauce over the top, and now we're going to coat them. Going to put some mix of cheddar and Monterey Jack cheeses over the top, and then I'm going to sprinkle that with some sliced green onions, and then we'll wrap them in foil and bake them in the oven. So we're getting close to the end, folks. One good thing about these two, making enchiladas, is at this point you can cover them with, I would suggest plastic wrap first and then foil, and then you can freeze these. And so you can make them ahead of time, or you can cook them. And you can bake them and then let them cool down and take out 2 or 3 and vacuum seal them and throw them in the freezer for meals down the road. That's what I always do with the leftovers, but I think with 4 or 5 people coming over tonight, I don't think there's going to be any leftovers. Anyway, that's how we do it. The only thing that remains now is sliced green onions on the top, and then bake them. So there you are. Chicken enchiladas, Spanish rice, and refried beans. Thank you for watching this video on cheese enchiladas, and Spanish rice, and refried beans. As I said, there will be another video I'm going to be making on Spanish rice soon, so you'll be able to see how to do that. But you've already seen last week or so how to do the refried beans, and now you know how to do enchiladas, and they are good. So give them a try, have some fun, and enjoy yourselves while you're kind of cooped up at home during this pandemic. But hopefully you're enjoying these videos, and keep tuned. As usual, the recipe will be down below, and it will be on my website at www.myidahocabin.com. So, thanks again for watching, and this is Rick at My Idaho Cabin.